Greetings from Saguaro National Park. Let's start out with a big breath in and a big exhale. And what if I were to tell you that spending time with me for the next 20 minutes, connecting to the natural world in this beautiful, exquisite desert is enough to help you make lasting changes in your life, if that's what you're looking for, or continuing on your path to wellness, or opening up to self-clarity that can help you with important decisions, can help you in day-to-day life. And I want to reiterate to you that this is a practice. The 20 minutes a day, the reason why I talk about that being so effective is that 20 minutes a day is enough for you to press reset on daily life, enough for you to get glimpses of your self-clarity in ways that can help you, and over time that aggregates to maybe big changes, or maybe even just more wellness, maybe even more sense of balance in daily life. And I invite you to join me for the next 20 minutes in this exercise, knowing that you very likely have your own rituals around going into the natural world. You probably have the things that you like to do that you found have been really helpful for your own peace and well-being. Or maybe you're new to doing this kind of work. Maybe you're new to looking at the natural world and seeing the natural world in ways that can be empowering for you, because you can get a sense of belonging or resilience or purpose. Either way, I invite you to join me for the next 20 minutes in this practice in deepening our connection to the natural world, which is really deepening the connection to our own wild nature, because we can see ourselves more clearly, and then we can interact with the day in different ways. As I've been hiking today, taking in all the elements of the natural world here, what's really standing out to me are all the things that are sharp all around me. And when I get a theme, or when I feel some connection to some part of the natural world, that's a way for me, that's a reminder for me to perk up and ask myself the question, why are all these sharp things sticking out to me, so to speak? Why are they speaking to me? Because I've walked this trail before, and I noticed different things. And this might be the same thing for you when you go out into nature, or when you walk on a path that you walk on every day, and on a particular day you look at things and you're like, this is a little bit different, or you notice something that you haven't noticed before. And that's the opportunity to ask questions and be curious. Why am I seeing this part of nature today and right now? And for me, as I've been reflecting on that on this walk, I look at the concept of sharp things. And then I bring that back to daily life, and I see lots of sharp things in daily life. Whether that's from external things like the media, or little doubts I have, or chores I need to do, or whatever that is. So I'm taking that symbol, that notice, that little jab, and I'm working it into what that might mean for daily life. And I invite you to join me with that. When you think of a prick of a cactus, when you think of sharp things, what comes to mind for you? What are the sharp things in your life, in your daily life? And this is the opportunity to ask nature to help you maybe identify those things, or perhaps look at them a little bit closer, maybe take a little bit deeper look at what's jabbing you right now. And then allowing your connection to the natural world to see yourself more clearly in ways that maybe let you work around the needles, work around the prick of the cactus. So take a big deep breath in, a big exhale. Feel the weight of your body and open up to the concept of what sharp things are in your life today. That's a big cactus. Now, the Saguaro cacti are the giants of the Sonoran forest, the Sonoran Desert, which goes from areas near Tucson, where I am now, through southern Arizona down to Mexico. And to me, they stand for strength. They rise tall. Some of them go as high as 50 feet. They hold reserves of up to 1,000 gallons of water. So if ever there were a tale of resilience, it's the saguaro cactus. And I invite you to start this contemplation, this meditation, this nature connection, looking at the reserves that you have within you, just like the saguaro. What are the reserves of courage? What are the reserves of creativity, of power within you that you have to last, to withstand whatever the desert is for you in your life? Whatever the sharp things are, what are the reserves within you? You might even consider a time when you rose to the challenge and you were courageous. And I invite you to ponder that, to sit with that person that was a hero, that person that was strong, that person that had or has reserves. And invite that person to join you for this next section in connecting to these giant creatures of the desert, these symbols of interdependence, these symbols of resilience and purpose. Take a big deep breath in and a big exhale. Feel the weight of your body and open up to all the strength reserves you have within you. Take a big breath in, big exhale. Feel the weight of your body. Another important part of the story of the saguaro cactus is, in many cases, they live with the nurse tree. And you can see this behind me here, an example. The nurse tree provides shade and all other kinds of support. And as we work in this exercise, I invite you to call in whatever ancestor, maybe living or maybe someone who's passed, who's made a difference in your life, who's offered you support, who's been your nurse tree. And just think of them. And in whatever way it makes sense for you, invite them to join you here. And just imagine that they are around you like this tree is around this saguaro cactus and open up to the concept of support in your life in all the different ways that you have been guided and supported from people, from nature, maybe from experiences. So I invite you to sit with this in the next section and open up. Connect the big person that you are, connect your reserves and your courage to the ancestors and to the important nurse trees in your life. Look at this cholla. It looks fuzzy, doesn't it? It almost looks like it's soft to the touch. This nature connection experience is really about connecting to your fears, because it's connecting to the things that are jabbing you in your daily life, things that are causing this little burr or a prick. And oftentimes when you can face your fears, it makes it a little easier to go through them. And so this exercise now, you're taking in all the heroic reserves that you have. You're bringing in your ancestors to help you with this as well. And this is an opportunity to take one of those things that's poking you in daily life, whatever that may be, and look at it a little bit more closely. And maybe connect that to what you're seeing here on the screen with these cacti, and perhaps sit with the question of how can my fear be also soft? How does focusing on my fear in new ways, looking from a different perspective, maybe soften it? And I invite you to take a look at that in this next section. Take a big deep breath in, a big exhale, feel the weight of your body, and open up to seeing the things that poke you in life from a little bit different perspective. at this nest behind me within the fuzzy pricks of the cholla. How can you build a nest for new growth within your fears? This is fantastic. Open up your heart, open up your thoughts, your mind, open up your spirit to that concept of how do I make a nest in all of this, in my fears? Is that even possible? Well, I invite you to give it a try. Consider what you can do with your fears, how you can build a nest for new things to emerge. Anytime I see red in nature, my heart opens up because the red reminds me of the blood that's coursing through my body and going through my heart. And this is an opportunity to practice opening up my heart to a nature connection here with things that are sharp. And I invite you to join me with this. Take a big deep breath in, a big exhale. Feel the weight of your body, and I invite you to imagine opening up your heart to the question, or asking your heart, how can I open up to these things that are poking me in daily life? This thing that I have that's a cactus prick. How do I open my heart to this? And you might even ask this plant that we're working with, this cactus, you might even ask that same question and open up to the answer. Whatever the way that might come and whatever way makes sense for you. Imagine that you are opening your heart and you're wrapping your heart around this plant and you are moving your fear out of the way so that you can connect, and you're letting those pricks melt into the beauty of the red and the texture of this cactus. Take a big deep breath in, big exhale, and feel the weight of your body. Now today we have tapped into the 1,000 gallons of water that's with the reserve within us, just like the giant saguaro cactus. We have opened up to those people or those ancestors in our lives who have made a difference, and we've invited them into this experience. And we started looking at different cacti, different varieties, and opening up our heart to the concept of these plants, opening up our mind to the concept of what could be fuzzy. And ultimately what this is doing is it's giving us an opportunity to see our fears, see the cactus, see the beauty in nature. However, whatever symbol that is for you, we're practicing opening up to understand those things that prick us in life a little bit better. And maybe those things are not beautiful in themselves, but to understand how all of it works together to create a beautiful scene within your nature, your own nature. And understanding that You, of course, want to avoid hitting the pricks, but also you can understand that there is some beauty there for you in your life. So maybe something that's poking you also presents a gift for you to understand, or a new way to look at things. So I invite you to open up to what the symbols of the pricks, what the symbols of the cactus could mean for you, in walking with that and opening up to that, to see if there's a way to soften. See if there's a way to soften those things that are poking at you, and understanding what they are, identifying them, and opening up your inner self to that important self-clarity, so you can work with it and you can navigate through your fears. You can navigate through the pricks of your life because you can see them on either side, just like what I'm doing. I can walk through the cactus and understand that there is beauty there. Take a big deep breath in, big exhale. Feel the weight of your body and keep going. How's that for a jungle gym of a saguaro cactus? Please remember to sign up for my YouTube channel, to like this, to comment, to share. But most importantly, I want to leave you with a reminder that just 20 minutes a day making a connection that's meaningful with the natural world is enough to help you in aggregate, to help you find wellness in your life, on the path to healing or awakening, so that you can make big decisions with self-clarity. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you down the road.